So we'd love to invite up Christine Yoo, also Mr. Frank Ruona, Marion Wickerd, and Antoine Williams. Please welcome all you up to the stage.
Hey, I know you have a program, but like I'm a leader always.
Please.
So Christine, we love you, and we want to give you this great big huge bouquet of flowers. But I don't know if any of you have ever stayed in a hotel room in New York City, but you know, one flower is a lot, and you have to get it back on the plane. And so from Palmdale, California, in San Quentin prison, we brought you one flower and, of course, a card that Tommy made.
Just washing your feet there to make sure you're all right.
I actually just really wanted to take a moment to first thank Doc NYC and Brandon Harrison, Jay LaPlante, and Karen McMullen especially for this amazing opportunity to debut with this. This was a game changer for us, and it really means a lot to be here with you tonight.
We're overwhelmed to have you guys, and we're happy. I just wanted to ask a couple of easy questions. There's a lot of people here, so I want to open it up to a couple from the audience as well. But this is a journey for you. Not only how did we get on this journey to making this film, but the day-to-day of making this film. I see your name a lot in a lot of different roles. Mm-hmm. So take us through that.
It's a lot cheaper to do the work.
Take us through that.
Well, really, I mean, I really want to take a moment to recognize there are so many of the team members and fellow filmmakers that came with me on the journey from the very beginning to make this film happen. We started in late 2016, and so it's been a while. So I wanted, if everybody could stand whose name I call. First, my amazing producing team, Hella Winston, Carolyn Moe, Sarah Slook, and my associate producers, Ahava Hirsch, who filmed with me every day during this time, cinematographer Chris Trayman, and of course Antoine Williams, also on my team is Robin Latiker Johnson, my agent, who has come all this way also from LA. I also want to recognize my executive producers this film would not have happened without them. Dexter Braff and Chris Beek. And of course, there are a lot of people here who are in the film as well. Of course, Frank Ruona, Jackie Andrews, who is Rashawn's mom, and Akeem Thompson, who is Rashawn's brother. Dominic Whitaker.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he was actually one of the original 1,000 Mile Club people. Jim Maloney, Coach Jim Maloney, Oh, and you guys, I'm so sorry. Markelle did come to New York as well, but he got COVID the other night. So he is actually in his hotel room right now, and so he wishes that he was here, obviously, with all of us. But please give a round of applause to everybody.
Keep going. Give a round of applause. What does it mean? And I would love if everyone could give a bit of an answer here, but what does it mean to see this up on a big screen, right? This is a long journey, not only for Christine, but to work on the music, to be interviewed, to be doing this for years and years and years. What does it mean to have this record of all of this work and time?
It's really overwhelming, and I'm very nervous right now, actually. So I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. So it was a lot of work and a lot of love for a lot of people. So thank you.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's it. You're all crying. Christine cries. Turn Frank. Dance that. What did it mean for you to see this?
Well, everybody was asking all over the
All right,
last 5 years.
This has been 5 years coming, and I was 72 years old when it was filmed, and I'm 77 now. Not getting any younger. Yeah, no, you know, the two guys who were featured, who are still in San Quentin, Rashawn and Tommy Wickerd. You know, Rashawn is going to be paroled here hopefully in early 2023, and I just got to believe that somewhere along the line somebody's going to pardon Tommy, because Tommy has done so much good stuff. He has pretty much kept the club together since the pandemic started, and I mean, he's a very talented guy, and I just hope to heck that he gets out here before too long.
Yeah, and I want to add, actually, during COVID, him being fluent in sign language, he basically helped keep CDCR, the prison administration, in compliance with ADA laws, because he served as the interpreter for the deaf incarcerated people.
Yeah. Marion, you can say something if you'd like.
Oh, of course,
Okay,
I always have something to say. So, as Frank said, I was a lot younger and very critical of my own self on this film. But Christine has been amazing. The first day I met Christine, I thought I was going to meet somebody and talk to her for 30 minutes, and 5 hours later, she headed up to San Quentin and has made my family's story available for everybody in the world to watch. And she's been amazing. Frank is like a father figure to Tommy. His uncle and his dad passed, and Frank's the only one left for him. And seeing this on the big screen was like really emotional. I cried several times. Because Tommy has changed. There was a time that he deserved to be in prison, but he's done. And he has a determinate sentence, so he doesn't get to go to the parole board except if he possibly gets to go under elderly parole. So the system needs to change. When people change, they need to be seen and heard and valued. So, yeah.
Thank you for that.
I can't help but to think about the fact that, like, I served with all of these guys, right? And in more than one capacity, like, we share space. And I think this film highlights the fact that we don't really need prisons, right? Like, we need healthier support systems. We need change in our culture and in our conditioning. And if we had tools and if we had access to people with an abundance of wealth, and not just like generational wealth, right? If we had people that can pour into us in a way to say, I want you to do this project with me. I think you can finish this mile. If somebody can say, I'm going to run the last 2 miles with you, then what happened here can happen in all of our communities, right? It can happen in our homes. Like, we don't need prisons. We need people to pour into us. And so to be working on this project since I was inside, and now to be here in this moment is just, it's just proof that is real. It's proof that is what matters. It's proof that is what will ultimately change everything for everyone. So thank you for showing it. Christine, thank you for pushing me. I mean, like, the last year, she's like, you can go bigger. It can be bigger. I'm like, I don't know, I've never scored a film. Right? But she's seen something in myself that I couldn't see. And I've seen the guys, like, turn towards this running club and to find camaraderie and brotherhood amongst people in a system that say you shouldn't love each other the way that you do. In a system where your race is your class, and you have to stick and abide by that. But to see these guys come together and transcend these sentences, and to get out and do phenomenal things, is just proof like we always had that capability from the start.
That's beautiful. So we have time for a couple questions, a couple of quick questions, and be fair. So I'd love to open it up. If there's any hands, I will call on you. All right, we have one in the front, and if there's another hand, I'll get to you next. Or one there. So let's start here, then you'll be next.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm just so honored to be here and to watch this. Thank you for showing your heart, and thank you for showing your lives. My question is, we have here a government official for New York, and I am a former government official from the mayor's office for New York, as well as formerly in the U.S. government, federal government, D.C. I'm just curious, what kind of work have y'all done in advocacy on the local and state and federal level on particularly this issue that you mentioned, not only on behalf of Tommy as well. I know there's been work on the state level, but also with the current president, the vice president, and just engaging on a national advocacy movement with the criminal justice reform efforts.
Well, I'll just say it starts right here, right now in this room.
Amen.
And I would love for you to be a part of it. You know, what we want to do with this film is get it into every prison in America so that it can benefit the people who could benefit the most from seeing it. And I hope that this film will also inspire runners and more volunteers to go into facilities because I've seen for myself, one person, one man, Frank Ruona, has created a community and for social engagement and community engagement, and it may not have yet changed the system, but I have seen it change people. And real change, as we know, happens from the ground up. And I think everybody who's involved with the 1,000 Mile Club, everybody who's involved with this film has seen it with their own eyes. And so we hope that it will inspire everybody here, and it starts right now in this room, to venture out, get outside of your comfort zone, and hopefully go places where you didn't think you'd go.
I would like to answer something to do with that because, of course, I'm a very large advocate, and it's at a state level only because the federal government doesn't have anything to do with the state policies, as you're well aware. So a lot of advocacy happens. Crispy is here right now, and she is a very large advocate for criminal reform. The state of California has the California Senate Penal Code Revision Committee, and they meet once a month. And we attend those meetings and we speak on behalf of everyone that's incarcerated, not just Tommy. I mean, of course it's close to my heart for Tommy, but we do reach out, and there's someone to follow. This California State Penal Code Revision Committee is really somebody to follow.
Awesome. Let's go here. Yeah.
I think it's still a phenomenal job. I think it's very well done. Everything. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Akeem. That means a lot.
That's what I want to know. Are you
Thank you. Well, here's the thing. We as a team had to make so many difficult choices because of that story of the 1,000 Mile Club. This is the story of the marathon. It's not quite the story of the 1,000 Mile Club, and I'm really hoping to be able to continue to tell the story of the 1,000 Mile Club. I mean, we did so much filming, we actually couldn't stop. So there's a lot of footage still to be mined, and so we are hoping to continue it as either a series or something in the future. So, yes.
Well, I'd love to give you all the last word. Anything that you guys want to say and leave the audience with?
Well, I'm a big believer in that we got way too many people in prison, and I think a lot of it stems back to the war on drugs. And I think prohibition was not, successful. And so people who have alcoholic problems, they try to take care of them medically. I think the same thing should happen with people who have drug problems. And we just have too many people in prison.
Thank you so much for that. Let's give them a round of applause.
One last thing, we are throwing a party tonight, right after this, and you guys are all invited. The address, 425 West 15th Street, between 9th and 10th. It's in the basement of the Chelsea Marketplace. It's a place called the Tippler. We're gonna have some amazing live music, so I hope that you can enjoy it, join us, and continue the conversation and the great vibes. And thank you so much for making our premiere so special.
Okay, I'm never done. So, I want to thank Christine. They shut me off. It happened at church the other day. I'm loud. It's okay. So, I want to thank you for the premiere of this wonderful film, life-changing. Oh yeah, now I don't have to yell. This is a life-changing film. This is not about one incarcerated man. It's not about one coach. It's about a coach who got a lot of other coaches to come and join him. It's about incarcerated men for short period of times and life sentences, determinate sentences which need to be changed. Just want to throw that out there. And to listen to the music, to know that it came from inside and now it's outside. This is just amazing. This is a life-changing film, and I hope you share it with everybody you know and watch anything that Christine ever puts out, because she has a lot of film of me. But I really thank Doc NYC for having us here. It's my first time to New York City. Woo, woo.
Party it up with us.